Yeah, good afternoon. This is a brief introduction to our CRM software. So basically, this is a software that can be used to monitor your machine in field, the print fleets, right? The kind of contract, it manages the customers, it manages the sales. Like as we can see, we have a sidebar here. It's dashboard, customers, contracts, machines, that's MFPs, requests, service tickets, sales, inventory, stock management, So basically this is the dashboard, and the dashboard has quick action buttons, which are these. You can easily from here navigate to new tickets, navigate to new customer, navigate to new invoice, and I can also come through the menu here, right? And this is refresh to refresh the dashboard components, right? So let's go to customer and see how we can create new customer, right? From here, it shows the list of all the customers that we have on the system. We can create customer by clicking on add new customers, fill in the form appropriately. For example, so regular, we can select the type of customer, and this form definitely will be customized based on your organization's requirements. So let's just say this customer is a corporate and put the phone number, for example, then put the email address. This is not case sensitive, can have it in small letter or in capital letter, it does not really matter. And customer code had automatically been generated for this customer. You can put the website, if it is available. Other fields are not, compulsory. You can leave them. If you have any information for those fields, you can just fill them. If there is none, you can ignore. So put the address, put the city. Then we can say save customer. So that customer has been successfully added. So this is the details of the customer that I just add, CAUT125, right? So it shows the customer details. You can print, you can edit, you can go back, you can delete from here. For administrator, administrator can delete, right? Then you can add machine to the customer. You can create tickets from here. You can see invoices that belongs to this particular customer. You can see proposals that belongs to this particular customer, then contracts that this particular customer has. And you can also add a new contract from here, right? It navigates to create new contracts. And we can also come here to create new contract from the menu, on the sidebar here. And we can view all the available contracts here, right? These are all the available contracts, the type of contracts, you have the contract number, customer, the type, starting date, end date, days left, the value of contract, status, right? All of them are active. If you have anyone that's not active, I can also view each contract details, right, by clicking on the view icon. And for this contract, we have this MFP, this particular machine, printer model, serial number, and this is the location of the machine. This is the only machine that's attached to this particular contract. And this contract has no ticket yet. It has one invoice so far. Then it has one renewal so far. So that's all about that. You can also renew from here if the contract has expired. You can renew from here. You can edit the contract, and you can also delete as an administrator, right? So this is the new contract. If you want to create new contracts, you select the customer. So let's go with the only customer that we have on the database that has machines, so that we'll be able to add the machine from end to end. So we select an EMC. Then the initial state, we want it to be active immediately. So we go to next. Then the contract is starting from, let's say, from today. Then it automatically calculates 365 days. It gives you the budget. If the contract is not up to 365 days, you can select, right? You can select when the contract will end. It automatically changes the value here to 353 days because I reduced it here. Then if you want to add renewal date, you can also do that here so that it's automatically renewed when the date elapses. Then you go to next. Then the contract value, if there is no value, if you don't know the contract value, you can put 0, or if the contract has a value, you can put the value of the contract for accounting purpose. Then is it monthly? Is it quarterly? Is it yearly? Is it one time? So let's just go with monthly for now. Then if the customer is going to deposit any amount, you can put the deposit here for accounting purpose. Then you go to next. Then these are just like the SLA response times is 24 hours, resolution time 48 hours, service hour. So you can define this as per our requirements. Then you go to next. Then coverage. Is there any other special, what are covered under this, what are not covered? You can put them, you can ignore them if they are not really necessary based on the contract and your policy. Then you go to next. Then here we select the machine for this contract. So we can select these are all the machines that belongs to that particular customer that we selected at the beginning. So let's say we're adding this Epson, right? This is the model, the serial number, this is the location. The last maintenance has never been maintained entirely is 0. So you can click on add this. It's been added. If there's any document I want to upload, you can click here to upload such documents. It's loading, so you can select the document and upload. Then you click next. I did not upload any document, so you click next. Then you confirm that all the information provided, are correct. Then you can create contracts. So this contract has been created, and this is the contract details. You can see this is the customer information, this is the contract details, the SLA is here, then coverage. If we added anything under coverage, we'll have them here. Included services, if you added anything, you have them here. Then excluded services also will have them here. For example, if the annual maintenance agreement does not include maybe fusing unit and also parts of the machine, we can add them here so that it will be clearly specified. If maybe you employ somebody else in the organization that doesn't really know much about the contract, whenever he or she comes here, he will know what is included in the contract, or what is supposed to be included. And this is the machine that we added to this contract, and it shows the location and all. This has not service tickets, it has not invoice yet, it has not renewal history yet. So let's go to machines. So we can view all machines and we can add new machines also, right? So this role is given to admin and technical people. The roles can be defined according to your organization's, the way you want it to be. So you can click on add machine from here and also fill the form accordingly, serial number, put the model number, then the manufacturer. So I'm just using this for the purpose of this. Select the customer. Let's say it's for this particular customer, the location of the machine, the department. So you can fill as many details as possible. If network information is available, you can fill them. For example, if it is MPS machine that is on network and you have access to all this information, the MAC address, of course, you have the MAC address, the IP address, the host name, you can fill all the information. If the information are not necessary or needed, you can ignore them. You'll still be able to add the machine without them. But then, you always be able to refer to whatever information you feel, here at any point in time, and they can also modify them. Then purchase dates, if need be, you can add them. Warranty, you can add last maintenance dates, so you can add dates accordingly, then you can put it and then click save. So this machine has been added and we are seeing the machine details screen, right? You can schedule maintenance from here for machine details. You can add meter reading from here. You can schedule maintenance from here also. And you will see the list of maintenance history of this particular machine here at every point in time. Then service history also will be listed there. Consumables used for this particular machines will be listed here as well, right? Then let's go to requests. Let's view all requests first. So this field shows all the requests that we have, and we can also create new requests. So request type, you can say consumables, is it urgent, can requests required by, okay, maybe they need it tomorrow, which customer needs it. Let's select this because we are sure we have machines under this. So we are requesting for this particular machine, right? So what do we need? If it is toner, you will see all the toners here. If it is consumables, here you see all the consumables parts that are on the system that you have the stock up. So let's just say we're adding toner, we're adding two. Then if there's any attachment, maybe you require status page for every request, and you have a status page, you can upload it here so that it goes along with the request. So you can submit for approval. So if you're an admin, if an engineer make a request or customer make a request, somebody that has a role, the right to be able to approve, will check the request if it is legitimate, if it's really required, then you can approve, you can reject, you can cancel the request. So let's approve. So you can put a note, you can leave it blank. So as the case may be, this request has been approved. So this approved request goes to the store. So the store person will process the request. And once you click on process request, it will deduct it from the stock that you have and then generate delivery notes. Let's see how that goes. Process request. So the request has been processed and it has been fulfilled, right? Delivery note generated. You can see that here. Right. So you can also print out this request at any point in time if you still use the manual, which is the physical, the paper request or approval. You can print out the request, it comes out like this, and whoever that needs to sign it will sign it, and then they will process it. So it depends on how the organization wants. Okay, so we can see, so a technician can update the status of the request, and the operation person can also update, is it assigned, is it in progress. So in a situation where you want the engineer to be able to indicate right from the site when they have started working on the machine, they can update it to in progress, so that you will know from the office that you have started working, and it also records the time that the technician starts the work. Also, if maybe the engineer finished the work and spare parts are required, you can come to waiting for spare parts and update status accordingly. So while updating the status, it will ask you to indicate the required spare parts. So let's say we needed spare parts. So these are all the inventory we have. So let's say we needed this. You can select the quantity. Right. If you need another thing, you can also select it. You can select as many items as you want. You can add notes if you want. This is the customer name, right? And you can add attachments if need be. You can click on notify me when fulfilled, so that whoever that's filling this, if it is a technician, will get an email notification once this request is fulfilled. So you can submit and update status. So this has been submitted and the status has been updated to this, right? So we will, in order not to jump, so we'll just leave it like this. When we get to the store, the inventory part, so we'll see how the store people will be able to retrieve this particular request, and then they can process it accordingly, right? And also, if it has to be processed by maybe the administrator, maybe in the absence of the store people, the administrator, maybe the manager, can also still work on this and process it. And each item processed will also have the record of who processed, who approved, and all that for audit purpose. So let's go to creating tickets to see how the process goes. So let's say for this customer, we want to create tickets. This customer has this machine and it will not complete all the machine details. Then click on next. So the category, each category is general, so you can select part of this. right? It gives you a description automatically, and you can also click to modify description and add more. If there's any attachment, maybe poor image quality, and you want the engineer to be able to see what it looks like, you can add the attachment here, right? And then you can also just click on notify the customer, and an email will be sent to the customer once this ticket is created, right? Then, okay, for example, let's just try and upload something here so that we see what it will look like. Let me use this. So we are putting that next. So which day is the engineer going there? Let's say it's going there tomorrow, priority, let's say urgent. Who are we assigning it to? So let's assign it to this guy so that we'll be able to confirm the email, as it enters. So you can add comments if there is need, then click on next. So it shows the summary, then create tickets. So this ticket has been created and email notification will be sent to the appropriate persons, right? And then you can download this file, these attachments, and then you will be able to download this and view whatever documents that is there, right? So that's actually what I uploaded, the file I uploaded. So that's what it looks like. So this is what delivery notes will look like. So that's about ticket. Then for sales team will be able to generate proposals, view proposal, generate invoice and view all invoices, and then they can record payments. So let's start from proposal. So we can view all proposals on the system, and we can also create new proposal. Right. So you can select the customer, say we are using that. Then this is the item. So you can select the quantity. I can also type it in here manually, as however the case may be. Right. So you can select the validity. You can set the validity as you want to be. You can put payment terms or any terms that you want to put there. Then you can generate the proposal. When a proposal is generated, it is generated as drafts. Then you can send it. So it is as draft here. So you can send it to the customer so that we have it moved to, sent. And likewise, the invoice. So if your email settings is correct, you can just do this and the proposal will be sent. So proposal has been sent successfully to this guy. So the same way we can generate invoice and we can record payments. So this is invoice page, and these are all the invoices on the system. We can create new invoice by clicking on new invoice, right? Select the customer, then select the item, and then you can add more if you need more field, you can add more. If you need more than one item, footnote if need be, then click on create invoice. So you can view the invoice in order to be able to send it also, right? You can also email invoice accordingly. You can also print the invoice or download the invoice. So this is to print the invoice, and you can click on download the PDF. So that is the invoice. And also, so you can download, then you can send, you can print, you can also delete as administrator. Then we have to send this so that it's, I'm going to send it to that email is not valid actually, but just for the test. So you can send it to that email. If you want to send email, maybe because that email is not correct. Okay, so you can send that to the email and you'll be able to record the payments. Or let's just set the status to sent. You can update it to sent so that we'll be able to record payments, updates. So if we come to payments, because it's only sent invoices that can be paid. So let's say record payments, then select invoice. So we have these two invoices. This is one that we just generated. So we can select the payment method, received by cash, then it asks you for the details. Received by, is it the person that received it? Then receipt number, if there's receipt number, location, if there's location. Then if there's any files to be uploaded, you can upload it, and you can also add notes. Then record payments and email. So it records the payments and then send it to the customer's email. Yeah, so you can view the payments here. Right, then let's go to inventory. Then we can see all our inventories. These are all the inventories we have, and that is where we were getting the, under requests. These are all the items that were populated there. So you can, all your inventories will be here. It gives the stock, the quantity, the minimum quantity and the maximum quantity, the price, cost price and selling price, just for accountability purpose. And you can also select suppliers. You can add items to your inventory by clicking on add item. So you fill the form accordingly and then create an item. You can view or add new supplier accordingly, right? You can view supplier, you can add new supplier, then you can view stock alerts from. So we see all the stock alerts, usually the stocks that are out, the low stocks, we see all of them here, right? So if we have created stock alert, any alert issue that we had in the past will be shown here, then you can receive stock by clicking on receive stock here. You select the supplier or type. So we can now, let's log in as other users and see what other users will be seeing. So let's log in as technician. Right, sign in. So this is technician's dashboard. Yeah, technician user. That's the name that we've named this particular user. It definitely will show your name as a user. Right. This is the technician's dashboard. They can add new machines. They can view all machines. They can make requests. They can request for consumable spare parts, as the case may be, and they have access to their own tickets. Right. In my active tickets, it shows the list of active tickets that this particular user has. But this user doesn't have any active tickets. You can see list of in progress, right? And you can see list of completed calls by this particular user. So it appears that this user doesn't have any tickets so far. Right, that's the tech user. Right, so let's log out and see other users and see what they see. So it's.com, and I think the password is password. Okay, the store will be able to see the dashboard. They have access to inventory and they have access to stock management, where they can receive stock, generate delivery notes and view delivery notes, create new delivery notes, transfer stock, adjust stock, purchase orders, and raise new purchase order. Then they can add stock from this quick menu. Also, they can process issues. They can, generate new delivery notes, receive stocks, and they can also create PO, right? Then let's see. I think uh, okay, if I get that correctly. Okay, so this particular user is in operation, and this is what they will have access to. And access can be defined as your organization may want it to be, right? They will have access to the dashboard, the machine, all machines, and then they can add machines. They can raise requests, new requests, and they can view all the requests, and they can raise service tickets, and they can view all service tickets also. And on the dashboard, you can see one urgent ticket required immediate attention. So that means that ticket is either, out of SLA, right, or close to SLA expiry. So that is what we have here now. And it is urgent, yeah, because the priority is set to urgent. So that is why it has shown as such, right? So that is, we can get different kind of reports under reports. Okay, so we have sales and financial reports. You can get sales reports, revenue reports, customer analysis, receivables, service reports, different kind of service reports, ticket status, technician performance machines. And also we have inventory reports, we have contract reports, and reports can be defined according to one time we can schedule reporting to be sending reports to email automatically. Right. Let's create a new schedule, report type, select the type of reports, frequency, is it daily, weekly, or